The Iowa Women's Foundation works to improve the lives of Iowa's women and girls through economic self-sufficiency, because we believe when women are successful, their families will be successful, and ultimately our communities will be much better off. Grant making is the heart of what IWF is all about. That is where we have our greatest impact. We support programs that are providing those pathways to economic success for women and girls in our communities. Love Girls Magazine, the Lutheran Services of Iowa Refugee Care Center, and Fort Dodge Wheels to Work are all programs that are working to bring down a different barrier within their community.
I started Love Girls Magazine after my best friend was being bullied. Knowing how great of a person she was and not having other people see what I see in her was really hard for me, and I know it was even harder for her. I wanted to create a space not only for my best friend, but for all the girls in my community. It's there to build up girls, encourage them, give them a place where they can have a voice. Because we have such good mentors who are really here to help us along the way, it's all a learning experience. It's really empowering for girls to know that even at 15, I can write and edit, and I can produce a magazine that other people would like to read.
The Refugee Childcare Training Program started in 2012 in response to people's desire to have more options for childcare that were language specific. In all these communities, childcare is such a central thing. So a lot of times it was happening before, but just people weren't making any money doing it. And so this has been a way to really formalize that.
I know there's a lot of families that didn't have any income before. They started working as a childcare provider. They can provide their children. It's not easy to be a childcare provider. There's a lot of rules and regulations that you have to follow. The community needs help because some of the providers, they don't understand English.
Childcare, transportation, English, those really basic things that we can kind of take for granted. Those are the really big roadblocks for some people. So just being able to chip away at one piece of that is just really empowering for those ladies as well.
3 years ago, Cynthia got real sick. She had this immune disorder condition that we have to travel to Mayo Clinic. And all of a sudden, one day, my car broke down on me and had no money to get me another car. So I was grateful when I heard about this program.
My whole life, I barely ever got sick. And then all of a sudden, I was like in the hospital all the time, and the car gave me the opportunity to get the proper health treatment I needed.
There's a lot of families just like us out there that probably can't afford a car. They'd be a blessing to other people without them knowing.
When the car is given away and it's driven away, then people sometimes forget. And then that's where our funding issues happen. But as long as we can make it happen, we'll continue. And 60 cars, I can't wait till we get to 100 cars. It's a lot of moms and it's a lot of kids.
The Iowa Women's Foundation is the state of Iowa's Women's Foundation, and it's for all women to help all women. And whether you can volunteer your time or whether you can give financial resources, anything we can do to give a hand up and help women become economically self-sufficient is what this organization is all about.
I love the Iowa Women's Foundation and what they stand for. I really believe in investing in other women's dreams and giving opportunities to people.
People don't want a handout, they want a helping hand. Just, help me get started. And that's the biggest difference.
We realize that when you help women in Davenport, you're also helping women in Sioux City and Fort Dodge and Sheraton and around the state. We need to help all women, and we need to do it in a collaborative way. And that's why it's going to take our businesses, our educational institutions, our donors, our supporters, our grantees to all come together and to work hard to create these pathways to economic success for women and girls in our communities.